Welcome to the Gen Z money paradox, the generation widely considered the most financially literate, digitally native, and entrepreneurial in history, yet also the one with the highest level of financial anxiety in America. You're 24 years old, you have a full-time job, a weekend side hustle, and a growing Etsy or TikTok shop. You track every single dollar across 3 different apps, round up all your purchases, invest your spare change, and proudly declare that you've never bought avocado toast. Yet every time you open your banking app at the end of the month, you still feel broke. This is the Gen Z money paradox, one of the strangest financial stories unfolding in America right now. How is it possible that the most financially educated, tech-savvy, and entrepreneurial generation in history still feels so financially trapped? The world they never asked for, unlike baby boomers who grew up with pensions and stable careers, or Gen X who were scarred by the 2008 financial crisis, Gen Z entered adulthood in the middle of a perfect storm. A global pandemic, record-high inflation, skyrocketing rent, AI replacing entry-level jobs, and social media constantly showing them everyone else making it in real time. They watched the old American dream get rewritten right before their eyes. The promise of go to college, get a good job, buy a house, now sounds like a fairy tale from a different era. In 2025 to 2026, Gen Z, born 1997 to 2012, is on track to control $12 trillion in global spending power by 2030. They are the kings and queens of the side hustle, with over 50 to 57% juggling multiple gigs alongside their main job. They turn saving into a game, micro-invest through apps like Acorns, and treat financial literacy as part of self-care. So they did what any smart generation would do. They created their own rules. The world they inherited. Imagine this. You just graduated high school when the pandemic hit. College suddenly felt optional, or insanely expensive. You watched older millennials drown in student debt and Gen X lose everything in the 2008 crash. The formula your parents preached, work hard, get a stable job, buy a house, now looks like a cruel joke. That's the world Gen Z inherited. Real stories that hit hard. Meet Maya Rivera, 24, living in Denver. She works 38 hours a week as a marketing coordinator, runs a small digital planner shop on Etsy, and creates short productivity videos on TikTok. Last month, her side hustles brought in an extra $1,650. She automatically invests $100 from every paycheck into her Roth IRA and uses 3 budgeting apps to stay on top of her finances. But her rent just jumped to $1,950. Her student loan payment is $320, and her car needs new tires. I'm doing everything right, she says quietly, but it still doesn't feel like enough.
But it still doesn't feel like enough.
Then there's Ethan Park, 26, in Atlanta. He has a stable remote tech support job making $58,000 a year. On evenings and weekends, he flips sneakers and sells custom streetwear designs. He refuses to carry credit card debt, but he's already accumulated over $3,000 on buy now, pay later services. It doesn't feel like real debt, he admits. At least not until the payments start piling up. These aren't lazy or irresponsible kids. These are young adults working harder and smarter than previous generations at the same age. Yet many of them still live with constant financial anxiety. Why Gen Z's money psychology is so different. Growing up in economic chaos has shaped a very unique mindset. Side hustles aren't optional. They're survival. More than 57% of Gen Z have at least one side gig. For them, depending on a single job feels dangerously risky in a world where AI and sudden layoffs can change everything overnight. They practice both doom spending and extreme frugality. They can skip daily coffee for weeks to save money, then suddenly drop $450 on a concert or weekend trip because mental health matters and life feels too short. Money is mental health. Unlike older generations who saw money as security, Gen Z views poor money management as a direct cause of anxiety and burnout. Budgeting isn't boring to them, it's self-care. Tech native, but deeply skeptical. They love financial apps, micro-investing, and roundups, but many don't fully trust banks or traditional Wall Street. Some quietly keep cash at home or dabble in crypto just in case. They publicly reject hustle culture, while secretly hustling harder than anyone. They post about quiet quitting and setting boundaries, but in reality, many are working 50 to 70 hours a week across multiple income streams.
The powerful lessons Gen Z is teaching us.
Gen Z isn't failing at money. They're adapting to a broken system faster than anyone expected. Here are the 6 most important money lessons every American can learn from Gen Z in 2026. 1. Never rely on a single source of income. Start building side income while you still have a stable job, not after you lose it. 2. Turn saving and investing into a game. Automation, roundups, and small, consistent actions beat sheer willpower every time. 3. Spend in alignment with your values, not your social media feed. Buy less, but buy things that truly matter to you and reflect who you are. 4. Treat financial anxiety as real mental health. Track your money, talk about it openly, and manage it proactively. Your peace of mind depends on it. 5. Redefine success on your own timeline. You don't need to own a house by 30 or climb the corporate ladder to be successful. Financial peace and flexibility can be success too. 6. Learn the old rules, then write better ones. College, 9-to-5 jobs, and climbing the corporate ladder are no longer the only path. Build a life that actually works in the world you live in. Final thought. Gen Z didn't break the system. The system was already broken when they arrived. They're not lazy, they're not entitled, they're realistic, resourceful, and incredibly adaptable. If you're Gen Z reading this, you're doing better than you think. The fact that you're even thinking deeply about money at your age already puts you miles ahead of most people. If you're older, stop judging them, start learning from them. The future of money won't look like the past, and Gen Z may be the ones showing us how to survive it. Drop a comment below. Are you Gen Z? What's your biggest money struggle right now? Or your smartest money hack that actually works? If you want more honest, no fluff breakdowns of how different generations think about and handle money, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Your money story began the day you were born. Understanding it is the first step to changing it.